In this video, we are going to be talking about an A plus ICT concept strategy that requires us to know daily bias. So let's say you have some previous knowledge of some ICT concepts. So you know what liquidity is, you know what structure is, and you know what a liquidity pool is. They're the three things that you need to know what they are. If you have any confusion about some of these things, I do have videos on my channel explaining them in more detail. The first step to our A plus setup entry checklist is, has price swept some kind of liquidity that has reached a point of interest? So a point of interest can be anything from an order block or a fair value gap. Has price developed price action beforehand before entering that point of interest that it is swept? If that's got a tick, we can go on to step 2. Has price reacted and broken structure via the 15-minute time frame? So again, for this strategy, we only really need to know our overall liquidity targets, which can be on any of the time frames. That's your choice: 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, 15-minute. It's up to you. I personally, with this strategy, we can stick just to the 15-minute and then use daily highs and lows as our liquidity targets. So personally, I don't go any lower than the 15-minute time frame, as this will confuse you when you are trading and make you get nervous in certain trades when you don't need to be. Watch out for the 15-minute closures, and if you do need to manage your positions, watch the 15-minute closure. Don't go on to lower time frames on the M5 and stuff and take a close on that time frame as something that's actually going to have much stance on the market, right? So we're looking for M15 closes that are going to support our biases. So now we have swept some kind of liquidity and entered a point of interest. What we're now waiting for is a reaction and break of structure on the 15-minute time frame. I will go through an example of this on a few pairs just to show you what I mean by a break of structure and a change in delivery. But that is what we're waiting for. We're waiting for a clear, strong break of structure on the M15. Our third step for our A plus entry checklist is there a clear liquidity pool on the other side of the market? So let's say if we've taken buy side liquidity, is there a clear low that can now be taken as sell side liquidity? Or if there is no clear liquidity pool, this is a low probability trade. So do not enter it. You want your trades to have high probabilities that the next target will be the liquidity that you're targeting. You don't want to be in low probability trades, as you won't be able to manage the position with the confidence that you're meant to be able to manage our positions that we're looking at. Okay, perfect. So that's the checklist. We'll now jump into some live examples. Okay, so we do in fact have a couple of nice examples on GBP USD. We're currently on the 1 hour time frame, and we can say that this is our trading range. We've got a high and then we've got a low. What we then have is a pullback on a typical Wednesday midweek reversal, Tuesday high of the week. We've then taken out our buy side liquidity within this. So what we can then do is understand that price has met fair value gap and order block and reacted nicely. We can then go down to the 15-minute time frame where we've taken out this high and then we've started to sell off straight after. Okay, so now what I'm looking at here is this fair value gap. Have we had a closure below and through? What we can see is this fair value gap was closed through. What we've then done is we've created a balanced price range across from this. So balanced price range is basically an FVG and an FVG that forms the opposite side. So we've created a balanced price range, which price then reacts from. This can kind of confirm to us that we've now changed our buy side program now into a sell program on the chart. And that is what you're seeing here. So we've got Asia, we've got central bank dealing range within this high here. Asia wicks out this high. We've then melted through London. And this could have been our first entry within either this order block within here, after we have some clear break of structure across here. At this point here, that is huge confirmation to me that we're going to come lower and take out our sell side liquidity, right? So this is the first A plus setup that I could see on our chart. You could have first took this breaker block entry within here just after Asian low was taken, and that would have also been an A plus setup. So let's say we run this to the low, which I do believe this low will get taken out today. We've got a nice 4R trade. And let's say we took this trade from, let's say you were up for Frankfurt and you did take this trade within here. We've got another order block. We probably want to cover this FVG here just in case we see any spikes above. Obviously, we have an order block. We don't really want it to trade above that. So we could have covered the order block as well, just alone. And that was an even better trade if this comes off. And that was a 7R. So within 2 trades there, you've got 11%. And that is how easy it can be. So again, we're looking at the buy side liquidity within the pair. We've then taken it. We've then snapped through this order block here. So if price was going to run long and continue bullish, this was our last point of supply for that bullish move. But price is broken below, meaning that after buy side liquidity was taken, we are now aiming for sell side liquidity. And I do expect this low to be ran and further continuations on GBP USD this week. But other than that, that is as simple as it gets. The break of structure is the hardest part to notice and understand. What you're waiting for is an invalidation of certain levels on your chart. And this is the issue with the lower time frame. You might see a 5-minute or a 1-minute order block or an FEG, and it might not hold. You may then change your bias. But the thing is, on them lower time frames, there's no significance to the time frame. Whereas the 15-minute, it offers us clear directional order flow into what's happening within the market. So again, you wouldn't have taken the entry straight after buy side liquidity was taken. You wouldn't have done that. You would have waited for the snap of Asia low and the snap of this order block and fair value gap within here to understand that we're now in a sell side liquidity program. But other than that, that is a quick A+ ICT concept strategy that you should all start to use within your trading. And this is simply how I've managed to gain over 6 figures in funding over the past 2 years and managed to grow my personal account to high 6 figures. These are the type of setups that we want to be taking on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. If you do want access to any of my trades, I send out all my exact trades in the link in the description via Signals. And also then I have the mentorship as well, where I send a weekly outlook and daily outlooks on what I'm looking for in price. Other than that, I'll catch you all in the next video. Like and subscribe.